Hello YouTube and YouTube viewers, or Balloon Twister Central, or Facebook, or wherever I post this video. I mean to do this for a while. This is going to be a video from start to finish, how I have my balloon kit set up. Been meaning to do this for a while. I just flew back home about an hour ago, so I got to rebuild this for work, and then next week take it apart again to go fly and work some more. But until then, I need a kit. So I'm going to film the start to finish, how to do this, and I'll put links to every single accessory I use in the description below. And I also have a second agenda for this video, and that is also to let you guys know I will be teaching, joining, and jamming at the Balloon Cruise in November. Again, I have a link to that as well. If you guys are gonna come, if you are gonna join, mention me in your registration and you will get a $50 cabin credit, good for anything on the cruise, to use on snacks, drinks, whatever while we're there. I'll be doing classes on games, as well as just general jam shenanigans and workshops. But without further ado, the first agenda, how to build this balloon kit from start to finish. No drilling or really tools required at all. It's all lashing straps and a little bit of duct tape. Now, as I mentioned, the second agenda, this is a two-Lagenda setup. Now, I do have the larger Zuca Cart with the kind of knobby tires. Now, it's nice they're foam, they're not air, so there's no tubes to deal with or anything, and this works really well in all terrain. I had to upgrade my cart to something that was really stable because after I had my knee surgery, I couldn't use crutches and pull a balloon kit, so I had an electric tricycle I rode around and pulled this behind, and these big tires are really good for all terrain. And if you ever tried using a Zuca Cart in an off-road, like dirt specifically, it's a shovel, it just pulls dirt along, and this thing just goes over everything. But also it's nice and wide, so the Lagendas can fit side by side, really secure. In the past, I'd have them vertical and they were duct taped together with big zip ties on it, and carrying that through TSA with a black box with a red timer and zip ties, I might as well have tied on a Nokia phone while I was at it. It was bad. So for these, I have a splitter so I can charge both these at the same time. So I never pull these out once I'm done. Inside of the Zuca Cart, I have some floral foam that comes just below the cables so they don't get damaged when I'm pulling it around. Because I picked this up, put it in my car, and I don't want these cables resting on anything. So I do have to replace my data syncing cable because it did get ruined before I started doing this. So it's hanging on by a thread. So I just have a piece from Michael's, floral foam, goes back here. These two just get put in, and the splitter just kind of hangs out the front just like so, and I have it tucked in this pocket, so when I get to a wall, I plug it in, good to go. I keep that stored right here with some balloon straws and a credit card reader. So from here, I'm using Ron Fowler's setup here that kind of converts two into one, or if you want, you can go more and more, but I'm gonna try three later and see how well it works. But for now, it's a two split. Red button of doom. Every kid wants to push the red button. So what we're gonna do here is, this is a super easy setup. Once you thread these on, you can watch Ron's videos on this, you just push and it clicks. Good to go. And then these are the syncing cables, which I hope are gonna work still. So on my to-do list is to buy new ones. And there we go. Good for you. Both on. And they're both on. This is almost as fast as me mouth inflating, while always only do one at a time, but almost as fast as me mouth inflating, and it saves so much energy. Now, before we get too far, we're going to push this Velcro on the top. Here's how the cart comes. The Velcro so you can bring it up and down. You're going to thread this through the back. Now you can go around the side here, but I think it's a little cleaner to this way. And normally you're not going to take it apart as much as I do. That's why I'm using lashing straps, and I'm not using any tools or anything, just because I take this apart all the time. Every time I fly, it's got to come apart. I don't bring this with me. I just put the bag, the pumps, and the splitter, all of that with me, and I use a table when I get there, so the pumps just sit on the floor. So, sleeves back, and then it goes here, and then we'll make that cleaner a little bit, and next we're going to attach the stacker on top. In case I didn't mention, no tools, just lashing straps. We're going to use 3 of them because I take this apart a lot, and every time I fly, I take it apart, and I'm flying again next week, so it's just lashing straps pretty quick when you're not explaining it. And all lashing straps are, it's kind of a camping accessory, with a little bit of teeth on it, like a belt. And these ones are 8 feet, but you only need 5, 6. I'll put a link for a size that works really well. This is just what I happen to have on me right now. So this stacker, Lyle gave me an idea. It was super great, and just as a great accessory for this. All my pens and slap bracelets go in these drawers. When I fly, I put on a tackle box. Keep the tackle box in here. Normally it's a bar stool and some targets. I'll explain that in a little bit. So to attach this guy to here, we're going to separate the Velcro again. Just make it a little easier. And all you're going to do, bring this guy down and separate it. There is a hole closer to the front on this cart. I'm going to thread this through that hole underneath this bar so it's really tight and secure. Slide to the side, under the bar, through that hole again, exact same way, and come up. That way a pull on it doesn't open the lid or anything. Now from here, you're going to want this kind of this height. Stacker, and just tighten the lashing strap down. Now when you do this, you want to end with the lash right in the center. It's kind of a pocket right here we're going to use. So sink this down. It's nice and even, right about there. No one saw that. All right, so sink that down. Now from here, I'm going to tuck the rest of this lash into a little spot that's right here. For this, I'm just going to make it nice and even and try to fold it up really tight and compact into this crevice. And it's kind of a sloppy job, so being fast right now, but once you have the balloon kit on top, it's going to hold flat. So that is how to get the stacker on first. So before we put the actual balloon bag on the cart and put this up that suitcase section, we are going to secure our nozzle first. So you don't need to do this part. I'd like to have a really sturdy and stable press I can rest my hand while I turn the pump on. So I'm going to put 3 pieces of tape just holding this right here so that it holds nice and secure. That way it just kind of, I just like it this way. I'm being honest, I'm just specific. So all I do is rest it here nice and tight, and I put this little lip right on top, and I'm going to just tape right here. And this is the only part that I wish I had a better system, but I am just using 3 pieces, not 2. There, 3 pieces of tape, just like that, and here around. So when I have to take this apart, I just take a knife and slide these off, and it's good to go. And you know what? Why not cover the button right here? There we go. So this now is really secure, and actually rest my hand on it while I'm pumping up the balloons. And this cable here, if you don't like how it's kind of loose, you can stuff it in the back here. Sometimes I'll wrap it around here and I'll add 1 piece of tape right here to secure it, but that part's just up to you. That's just cable management. For now, I'm just gonna stick them right here, just so they're out of the way, so while I work on it. All right, now we can actually put on the balloon bag. Now, when I put the balloon bag on, I do unthread the nozzle tip just to make this a little more slim while I put it on. Also, I like to have the handle going to the side. That way in the back of my car, the hatchback, when I put it inside, I don't want it to be on a tripod, so I have it resting sideways so it's a little more flush to the ground when I'm transporting it. Set that aside. This part can be tricky, depending on how full your bag is. I'm gonna split some of this Velcro in the back, and I'm just going to slide this up and over like so. Now, in the old Zuca Cart, the smaller ones, there's 2 poles coming up and down, and you're able to walk it around and tilt it, and it's really smooth, easy to use. Now, when you're using this larger Zuca Cart system, it's a single pole, so it can free spin. Now, if you have a smaller Zuca bag, they have a Velcro piece on the bottom, but the Aloha XL is so big and so heavy when it's fully loaded, there's like 5,000 balloons in this. I might be exaggerating, I'm not too sure. And it's 28 pounds that I weighed on the way to the airport, so it's a pretty heavy balloon bag. So the Velcro strap that's on the bottom to hold it down, it didn't quite hold it well enough for me. So I'm gonna show you another system where we put lashing straps on it, because if you get too far back and you pick up your car, it might do this to you. So I have 2 more lashing straps that we're gonna use to secure this. You'll see that in these inside the bag, I'm gonna have to come closer to the camera. There are 2 sewn-on, heavy-duty stitched pieces that you can use lashing straps to hold it down to the cart itself, so they'll hold it without flipping over. And I gotta go grab the lashing straps again. This next part might be the main reason for actually making the video. When I first got the system and Lyle saw it, and you wanna know how I was putting it together, I took a little short clip trying to explain how I did this. So it's probably like the main reason for this video, outside of the shameless plug to say, come join me at the ballooncruiseconventions.com. So, the way I have this set up, I'm just using 2 lashing straps. Now you don't want to thread these through these loops here. These are super heavy duty stitches, and they've been doing me a lot of favors. So you thread it, thread it through, and feed it down and pull it out the bottom like so. Do that with both sides. Whoop. This is a pretty informal video, just how I built this darn thing. Take about that. And don't lose your nozzle, make sure you put that back on. All right, so these come down. Now, there's another hole on this cart we're not using yet. I'm gonna use the hole that's closer to me that's empty. And this one, I'm just going to thread this guy through it, however you like. There's no real wrong way. Maybe there's a wrong way and I haven't done it yet wrong, but we'll see. But, yeah, all you're doing is just, there we go. Putting another lashing strap. Let's see. This part's a little hard to adjust wherever you want it because there's some Velcro here you need to lift and pull and slide. There we go. Because you want this really tight. And I like it to end right here on the metal. That's just my preference. Don't let it twist too much. It's okay if it twists along the section, just not where the lashing strap actually bites. You don't want the twist there. So when you're doing this, you're doing a more permanent setup. Take your time, make it all nice and clean. From here, I'm gonna bring this back up. Now what I like to do is I like to come up this little strap here. Whoop. And here. And the rest of this, I just push inside and use the Velcro to hold it secure. There we go. And that way, you don't see too much of the strap. Now repeat that on the other side. Optional tactical side pouch for some extra pockets or just a big mega pocket to hold things into. It's got tactical straps. All of these are compatible. Just slide it on, clip it to itself, slide it on, clip it to itself. And take your time when you do this and make these as tight as possible and as really, not tight necessarily, what I'm looking for is streamlined as possible. Get them to really tuck in and look nice. I was just in a hurry to just attach it in the video. Now, but once you have these on there, the bag won't flip over because you have these 2 sides pulling on the sides of it so that it can't flip. So I can pick this up, put it in my car, move around, it stays super solid. And I don't have to adjust it or tighten it for months at a time. And it's super, super secure. Bonus footage. So this is the setup I use, just like so, on my normal day to day, because I had to get used to this twisting sitting down, and now I kind of like being lazy. So I will pull out a balloon, use the pump. I have a double hamper, again, links in the description. Beside me, I got the double hamper idea from Jeff Wright. I don't know if you guys remember his Buzz Lightyear costume from a decade ago. He lived in Phoenix for a long while. I used to get the opportunity to work together once in a while. It was really fun. So 2 hampers on the side, pull it up, put them in there, also for scraps and trash and what have you. The collapsible bar stool, and I use targets that are gymnastic targets. And I got this idea from Ed Chi, also in Phoenix. And that way, if I have a 15 or less, kids in my line or queue, I have 1 circle they stand on when I'm working with them, and a line of circles they stand on because COVID kind of conditioned us on how to stand on circles. So if I don't want to bring my stanchions, which I do have 12 stanchions I use for really big events. And so if I don't want to bring my stanchions and set up for this big event, I have the targets that work great for birthday parties or larger events. If you just want the kids to get organized, I'll also do like a semicircle for the line. That way all of them can see, and it's that kid's turn. And all of this fits in the kit. So the bar stool comes apart. The targets go into this bag with more targets. And that gets thrown in. The double hamper collapses, folds to itself. I put that guy in one of the side pockets. This just gets closed, zips up, and then if it's bad weather, Aloha Bags also has a cover that keeps it out of the rain, and in Phoenix, out of the sun. So, there we go. Also, turning them off is pretty easy. If you want to turn the pumps off in between uses, just if you don't want the red button. You can still get into this pocket, go to the back, and turn them off really easily. And this guy can go right there. But you know what? So, this has been how to build and use my balloon kit setup. You know what? Yeah. Also, this comes off super fast. These two. So guys, this has been how I build and use my balloon kit, and I've used this system now for a few months, and I absolutely love it. It's quick, it's efficient, and all of it packs into one kit. Now, this is a little big of a kit, but it's all self-contained. I need nothing on site, no tables, chairs, anything. So I won't have this kit with me per se on a balloon cruise. I'll have the more portable version that goes into a suitcase, but this is my daily driver here. So guys, anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I really look forward to seeing you guys at the Balloon Cruise Convention in November. See you guys soon.